What's up everyone, Kewbix here, and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we have a really big unboxing from TheCubicle.com, and it's going to be a long one, so without further ado, let's just get right into it. I'm super excited. Alright, so we will start off with the items that I got for free along with the order. And so first up we have a Cubicle.com pen. And yeah, there's not really much to say about it, it's just a nice black pen. And next up we have 10 cc's of Lubical Silk. I already have a couple of these, so again, not really much to say about this. You probably know what Lubical Silk does. And last we have another cubicle mat. So I already have one of these. I don't really know where I'm going to put it, but hey, I got it for free, so that's always nice. Alright, so now moving on to the cubes, we'll start off with this nice GAN 330, which is somehow the first time I've ever purchased this. Whoa, this is a nice keychain. Alright, so now we have the cube, and right off the bat, this kind of reminds me of the Cubing Classroom 30mm cube. But yeah, let's see how it turns. Oh wow. Okay, so it seems a tiny bit tighter than the Cubing Classroom one. The corner cutting definitely is not as good. It can only corner cut about a piece. I mean, this actually feels super stable and controllable, especially for a really small cube. Yeah, right now I don't know which one I prefer, the Cubing Classroom one or this one. That one's definitely a little bit looser and faster. This one's a little bit more controllable. The keychain holes are pretty big, and thankfully it's only on 2 of the corners, so the white side does not have any holes in it, which is nice. But yeah, I really like this. Alright, that was the GAN 330. Next up we have this cube that I've actually been wanting to buy for quite a long time, and this is the Fangshin Lego cube. Or, wait, no, I can't say that. It's the Fangshin Color Brick cube. I think that's what it's supposed to be called. But yeah, let's open it up and see what it's like. Alright, so it looks like you have to set it up yourself, which shouldn't be too bad, and it'll be done in about a second for you guys. Alright, here it is. I finally assembled it, but as you can see, it is missing a red piece, and I couldn't find it anywhere in the box, so I'll probably end up finding an extra red Lego piece that I have lying around and put it there. Hopefully it'll be the same shades, but also you can't bandage this cube because, as you can see, these are spaced apart a little bit, so you can't just fit a normal rectangular Lego on there. At least you can put like other Lego pieces on it, like Lego trees or Lego people and other stuff like that. Also, the turning is not fantastic. It definitely catches quite a bit. I don't think it's an actual speed cube on the inside, so that makes sense. But yeah, it definitely is super catchy. It's also very tight, but just turning one layer itself is fine. It also kind of hurts your fingers after a little while. But, I mean, that's to be said, it's a Lego cube. But yeah, the shades look really nice. Actually, really like that. But the one side is really hard to turn. This one orange side is really tight. I don't know if you can tension it. I'll have to see at the end. Overall, this is the Lego cube, and it's actually really nice. Oh hey, I found a piece. And it actually kind of works, I guess. That's a different shade, but no one will tell. Alright, so next up we have the Yushin Kylin V2M. This one has actually been out for quite a long time now, and right now it's only available in transparent plastic. Alright, here it is, and honestly that looks really cool. Yeah, I mean, looks kind of weird, but let's get right into the turn. Wow. That's actually surprisingly good. It's definitely better than I thought it was going to be. It feels basically exactly like the Yushin Kirin Black. It has really nice magnets. It's definitely not too strong or too light. I definitely really like the feel of that. It is very dry and papery though. If you can hear that, it's definitely needs a little bit of lube. But I mean, right off the oh gosh, actually the corner cutting is not that good. And yeah, it does feel a little bit tight. And the pieces are tiles, if you can't tell. Yeah, that corner cutting definitely needs to be better. So I'll probably have to loosen this and lube it up a bit, but I'm sure it can actually be a pretty good cube. Next up we have the Dian Guhong V3M. Oh, I thought I asked for stickerless. Maybe they don't have it in stickerless. I honestly can't remember, but whatever. I wasn't planning on maining this cube anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So I actually got this cube because the V4M has a centerpiece problem, so I just wanted to see what this one was like, and that actually feels really good. The pieces are a bit lubed, a little out of control though, like maybe a little bit too fast, and the pieces are kind of slippery. I mean, overall it feels pretty good. The corner cutting is, oh, that's very flexible. It's kind of like flimsy-ish. It also feels a little bit small, but I mean, that's actually pretty good. Oh yeah, that's very fast. Yeah, it's a little bit catchy. I think it's very, very flexible, that's why. It does kind of remind me of the V4M, a little bit older version, but honestly not bad. I kind of like this. Maybe a little bit of lube to slow it down, and I will probably end up tightening it, but overall, not bad. This is the Dying-Guhong V3M. Alright, so next up we have the LiQWYD M 3x3, and this is the exact same box as the LAKEY MS 3x3. Alright, so it feels a bit heavy. Okay, it does kind of remind me of the LAKEY MS. It's a little bit slow out of the box, and the pieces are very, very lubey, just like the MS was. I'm going to wipe it off a bit, and I'll be right back. Alright, so now that the pieces are cleaned off, I can get more accurate turning. And the magnets are definitely a little bit stronger than my liking. Also, some sides feel a little bit tighter than others. Like this is a little bit loose, and this is definitely a little bit tighter. Yeah, I mean, not bad. It's definitely very fluid. Just a little bit slower than I like, so I'll probably put in some D&M or silk. Corner cutting is actually really good. See reverse. Yeah, not bad. Just requires a little bit of force. This doesn't quite stand up to what I'd say are my main types of cubes. It's probably $14, so I don't really think it's that cheap, but I probably wouldn't get this. Maybe it just does get better over time, but out of the box, it's a little bit slow and kind of catchy. Probably just because it's a little bit tight. But yeah, not bad. This was the LiQWYD M 3x3. So next up we have some cubes that I'm actually really excited for, and these are the YJ Zilong or Zilong mini cubes. So we have the 3x3, the 4x4, and the 5x5. I've heard really good things about these cubes, so let's see if they stand up to what people say. Alright, so starting off we have the 3x3, and here's the classic YJ box. Inside there is a stand you can put together, and a pamphlet, some extra magnets, and a screwdriver. Alright, so here's the cube itself, and wow, that's like really tiny. I think it's probably around 50 millimeters. Dang. It definitely looks a lot smaller than 50, but jeez. Wow, that's actually extremely good. Holy cow, it's very flexible. So the corner cutting is almost 2 pieces. Reverse is over a piece. Wow, that's super impressive. Holy cow. I did not expect this much. Like, I heard they were good, but like, that is like effortless. The size, it doesn't feel that small. Like, I feel like I could actually speed solve on this. So corners do twist fairly easily, and I mean, magnets are actually a really good strength. It's a little bit dry, so I'll probably have to lube it a little bit. The tensions feel perfect. I gotta say, this cube's super impressive. Now, the only customization is a simple screw, so I mean, that's one sort of a downside, although it does make it very simple. But I really like how the cube snaps back together super easily. Like, it may be flexible, but it all snaps back really easily. I feel like I could speed solve on this all day. The turning never gets old. So next up we have the 4x4, and now I'm expecting really good things out of this cube as well. So the accessories box has the same thing, of course. So here's the cube itself, and let's get right into the turning. Whoa. Alright, so right away that definitely reminds me of a mix between the MGC and the Alsu GTS2M. Dang, and that size is honestly really nice. Like, I really don't feel like it affects me that much. Also, one great thing about this cube is that the inner layers turn basically exactly like the outer layers. Maybe slightly stronger magnets, it feels like. In general, the magnets aren't that strong, so it doesn't make much of a difference. It turns super effortlessly and is very, very smooth. It is slightly scratchy sounding, but it is out of the box. It's kind of dry, so it needs a little bit of lube. Yeah, as of now, it seems pretty good. I haven't really had any sort of lockups or catches. The corner cutting is also over a piece, so pretty good. Reverse, 3/4 of a piece. So I'm actually really impressed with this cube. It definitely stands up to what I thought. And so as you can see, this is definitely way smaller than the MGC 4x4. And it seems to be exactly the same size as a normal 3x3. It still feels super, super good. And so finally we have the 5x5, and as of now, I definitely have really high hopes for this cube. Here is the accessories box, and of course it has just the exact same things as the others. Wow, this cube looks tiny. Alright, so right out of the box, this turning is phenomenal. It reminds me of the MGC 5x5, except obviously way smaller. The MGC 5x5 I feel like was a little bit more fluid out of the box. This is a little bit more sandy feeling, so I'll probably just have to put in a little bit of lube, like probably LiQWYD silk and some D&M. This is very flexible out of the box. Corner cutting is phenomenal. It's about 1.5 pieces. Reverse corner cutting is about 2/3 of a piece. It feels so good, and even with the size, it just feels so controllable. Like, I'm super surprised with these cubes. The outer pieces look almost identical to the center pieces. Like, they look basically the same size. Dang. Oh, I messed something up. This might be my backup main. Like, this feels super controllable and good. Okay, so I actually did just do one solve on it, and I did notice sometimes whenever I'll try to turn the outer layer, I'll turn both. So the pieces might be a slight bit small, but other than that, this cube is definitely really good. And for the price, I honestly really recommend it. Alright, so we are now on the final 3 cubes, and I think I will start off with the MS Cube V1. So yes, this is indeed the older one, not the newest one that just came out, but it is the enhanced version, so that's pretty cool. Here's the VIP card, and it looks like this was number 9,745, so hey, top 10,000. Alright, so onto the cube. I did get the stickerless cube with black internals. That blue is very cool. So yes, obviously you guys all know this by now, that MS Cube was made by a former GAN employee, and it honestly definitely feels like it. This kind of reminds me of the GAN 356M. It definitely is very flexible. The corner cutting out of the box is almost 2 full pieces, not quite, so it's a little bit tight. Reverse corner cutting is very good though. So as the enhanced version, it has magnets on the edge stalk right there. It makes it a little bit more controllable, I think. Out of the box, it does not feel dry at all. It actually feels very lubey. The inside of the cube definitely feels a little bit weird because of those new magnets, and corner twisting is fairly easy. Also, it's a slight bit slow, so I'll probably have to speed it up a little bit with some D&M or LiQWYD silk. Now this cube also does come with a really nice bag. It's sort of meshy, and a pretty cool green stand. And then of course, as most newer cubes do, we have loads of accessories like these 2 pamphlets, these crazy big springs that are silver, and then these that are gold. Here are a bunch of, it looks like, extra pieces for the centerpiece. Oh, and I forgot to mention it also comes with 2 really nice MS Cube logos. Oh, you know what? I just realized these are the replacement pieces for the centers, and this is the tool that you can use to adjust that centers. Alright, so it looks like on these centerpieces there are 2 little notches on near the outside of it. As you can see, one right there. And for those, you just push down and turn clockwise to tension it. And so there are 5 settings. 1 is the loosest and 5 is the tightest. And then I think that changed the core. You can use this tool. You press in right there in the center, and you press down and turn clockwise. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to get too into that because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. I don't really quite understand it, but I'll probably have to look a little more into it. Other than that, I think this cube does have some pretty cool settings. It does feel really good out of the box. It just feels a little bit flimsy and kind of gummy to me, so I might have to speed it up with some lube, but I do think this cube definitely has some potential. So now onto the last 2 cubes. We have the Diane Tangyun V2M and the Diane Zanchi Pro M. I'm going to open the V2M of the Tangyun first because it is a little bit older. Alright, so here is a pamphlet that shows how you work the inner mechanism. Here's the cube itself, and of course, way more accessories in there. Okay, so some of the accessories include this neat tensioning tool, extra springs, another pamphlet, a really nice light blue screwdriver, another really tiny screwdriver, probably to adjust magnets, and even more springs. Alright, so first we'll check out the cube itself, and then we'll get into the other stuff. Whoa. What the heck? Okay, so that definitely feels like an upgraded Tangyun V1. The Tangyun V1 was a little bit flexible, but this is definitely also very flexible, except it doesn't really feel like it whenever you're doing the turns. It snaps back into place a lot easier than the other one, and turns are so fluid. Oh my gosh. I can only imagine what corner cutting's like. Ooh. That's actually a little bit worse than V1. Maybe that's a good thing though, it probably won't pop as easy. Or maybe it's just tighter. Reverse is exceptional, it's over a piece. And the speed is perfect. I don't even think I had to put any lube in this. Right out of the box, this is so incredible. Let's get into some of the customization options. Whoa, that is beautiful. Oh, and of course that has to look even cooler. Okay, so I think the first thing you can adjust is the centerpiece travel, and that is the middle numbers, where it goes from 0.6, 0.8, 1.0, and 1.2. And so obviously I think if you turn it counterclockwise, you will get the higher number, and then it'll snap back into place. but the higher the travel distance, so the bigger the number, the further the centerpiece is away and the more flexible it is. So it looks like right now it's on 0.6, so I don't know if that means it can get way more flexible or not. And so then the outer numbers, it looks like it goes 0, 0.5, 1.0, and 1.5. And so I think that's for tensions, and that requires the big piece right here. So you put that around the whole thing, and you turn that clockwise to adjust the tensions. And then yeah, the small piece adjusts the centerpiece travel right in the middle there. And then you also have a screw. So the screw kind of defeats the purpose of the outer customization thing. It's all kind of complicated. I wish it was a little bit more simple. I think I'm honestly just gonna leave it how it is. It feels extremely good out of the box, and I don't want to mess anything up or break anything. Alright, so finally for the edge magnets, it looks like we have 3 numbers. Right now it's set on number 2, and then right in here you have setting 1, and over here you have setting 3 in the back. So setting 1 is actually the strongest. Right now we are on setting 2, which means that the magnets are medium. And then if you go to setting 3, they are light. And that is what this tool is for. All you have to do is stick this piece right in that slot in the magnet and turn. I don't know if it matters which direction you would turn, but there are so many videos out there on this cube. I'm sure if you watch any one of them, they can tell you what to do. I'm kind of dumb whenever it comes to this complicated customization options. So yeah, I don't really want to be the one to tell you something wrong. But yeah, overall this cube is super flexible and extremely good out of the box. It turns super smoothly and satisfying, and I really enjoy this. Like TCube said, it's like a marshmallow, and I can really see that. It's super bubbly kind of, and the turning is just so relaxing and almost fluffy like. Alright, so finally for the last cube in this unboxing, we have the Diane Zanchi Pro M, which is a fairly newly released cube. So here's a really nice VIP card, and it looks like I'm the 24,736th person to buy this cube. Wow, I didn't even know there were that many cubers. And of course you gotta have a lot of accessories, because why not these days? So here are 2 pamphlets. This one talks about the customizations, and this one is probably CFOP. Yep, what do you know? And then this is a really nice gray bag. Okay, is this just like Diane Guhong V4M bag? This is definitely really similar to it. And then this is just like the Diane Tangyun screwdriver. And then this is also like the Diane Tangyun tensioning adjustment thing, except just a little bit smaller scale. Okay, so now onto the turning. This definitely seems a little bit flexible, but wait, what the heck? Okay, this feels really similar to the Tangyun V2 and the Diane Guhong V4M. It has like, I don't know, it just has so many similar qualities of both. Although it does feel a little bit more stable and not quite as flexible as the Tangyun V2. So in that aspect, it's kind of more like the Diane Guhong V4M. In my opinion, I think this is just an upgrade of that. But it looks like the magnets are the same as the V2, so I don't think I need to explain any of that because I just went over it in the V2. Alright, so it looks like the inner circle kind of thing is the centerpiece travel, and the loosest the cube is number 4, and as the numbers get lower, so down to number 1, that's the tighter the cube. And for that, you would put the little grooves on this piece right here, down in each of these little indents right there. So then obviously you can also adjust the screw with the screwdriver, and then finally use the big side of this tensioning tool to adjust the outer part of this tensioning system. And you can only turn it clockwise, and as you move further and further, it gets tighter and tighter, and then it'll go back to the normal setting. Well, that was kind of confusing, but I hope you have a general overview and sort of a taste of what this cube is like. It's a little over $30, and I don't think I'd buy this over the Tangyun V2. If you just have the Diane Guhong V4, then I would definitely get this, because the Guhong V4 breaks very easily. But if you already have the Tangyun V2, I probably wouldn't get this because it is very similar to it. But yeah, this cube is really good, super controllable, and overall I really like it. Alright, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it and unboxing all of these cool new cubes that I haven't tried yet. Whoops, just knocked that over. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found some things helpful. Also, you can purchase any of these cubes from TheCubicle.com, and if you use discount code Kewbix, you can get 5% off all of your orders from now on. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.